and gentlemen, we got something special coming for you. Are you ready for something special? Let me hear you say yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Who's ready for some poetry? Everyone snap your fingers like this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are in for a treat. We're about to do some awesome poetry up in here. Ladies and gentlemen, your next performance coming to the stage, I.N.K, is a poetry duo coming all the way from Knoxville, Tennessee. This team of Lane and Jonathan Clark's Courageous have graced the stages of the Southern Fried Regional Poetry Finals and the National Poetry Slam Group Finals, and they are here for you tonight. Their poetry, hosting hip-hop and comedic stylings, are perfect for your next event. Ladies and gentlemen, African Northeast, make some noise for the very talented I.N.K. Let him hear it, come on!
Well, you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can
What's going on, Africa? Can I get an Africa, baby? Africa, baby! What's so happy to be here with y'all tonight?
How good is that?
We are I.N.K. And we want to share a little bit of what we do with all of you. Is that okay? Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right, good. All right, so I was talking to my friend over here the other day, and about the idea that spoken word poetry is the sixth element of hip hop. But then my friend says,
Of course not. I mean, think about it. You think Shakespeare could ever be considered hip-hop?
and at the time I said, well, no, there is no way that Shakespeare with knee-length pants
Knee-high socks.
didn't know a thing about trying to pop and
Or
lie,
Biggie and Pop.
sling and crack rock,
A man jump shots.
could ever be hip-hop. See, that's what hip. Shakespeare is the undisputed king of modern
He
English.
taught us how to put the swagger back in our language.
See, back then, Kool Herc was kind of like Homer, because he was the one that started
He
it.
stretched vinyl on the table and spun it to make epic magic.
The way Homer stretched out papyrus to write wonderful and tragic, and the truth is, the Iliad and the Odyssey were kind of like Rappers Delight,
yeah,
right?
because they were long and drawn out and some of the verses ain't quite fit right.
Right. But they were the building blocks for what came next before the burned CDs, MP3s, and the printing press.
And that gets me thinking.
Okay.
The Apostle Paul must have been kind of like Pac.
Right, because they paint pictures of perfection pinned on the cross, and yes,
it was similar how they were lost, but by now, shouldn't it seem strange that we always kill the people capable of change? Jesus,
Gandhi,
Lincoln,
Marley,
Martin,
Malcolm,
Paul the Apostle,
John Lennon the Beatles.
Paul McCartney the Beatle.
Paul McCartney he's still alive.
I bet he wishes he wasn't.
Okay, and Shakespeare didn't know a thing about selling crack.
How to rap.
But he knew about the beast with two backs, which we call
Getting some ass.
Got Stone Cold Wrath in the Brimstone Path.
When Martin, Malcolm, Big, and Pac passed, they called it assassination.
But
strangest thing was, Shakespeare invented the word assassination. Frederick Douglass was just like Outkast, because they weren't afraid to speak real talk about the real South, and when dreams got deferred, they moved stone mountains with their mouths.
all right, I got one. Allen Ginsberg was just like Lil Wayne, because the rhyme style's a little strange, and everybody knows he's completely insane.
And Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj is just like
Emily Dickinson, yeah.
because I heard they both got a lot of booty.
Okay, Biggie Smalls.
Biggie Smalls was just like Edgar Allan
Oh,
Poe.
because they both spoke mighty and heavy and slow.
And they both told great stories of
Storm clouds and dark skies.
And they both loved their moms
Most of their lives.
And nobody knows exactly why they died.
But their words grew wings and continued to fly, and you can still hear them rapping, you can still hear them rapping, you can still hear them rapping at my chamber door like Wolf the Raven nevermore.
Smoking mad Newports cause I'm due in for running salt that I caught in Bridgeport, New York.
And I am sure the last poets are like the Wu-Tang
How can
Clan.
so many sounds and voices move like one man?
Rest in peace, ODB.
R.I.P. Gil Scott.
Not where you're from or where you're at, it's
What you've been taught, and I have learned a lot about what I am not, and Shakespeare was not.
Sissy little white boy. Nose pressed in a book. No, he spun stories and flung fiction about not judging something by how it looks.
He knew exactly how to drop tragedy with knowledge, and just like Kanye, he never finished college.
And in his home, he had two beds, and his was the second best, and the best was reserved for his guests, and we are his guests, the authors of what comes next. We could write the next Othello,
Macbeth,
Romeo,
Juliet,
King Lear, even
even
Hamlet.
Hamlet,
Damn
damn
it, we are the future dead poets,
future dead rappers,
future immortal martyrs,
live wires and fire starters, masters of our fate, writing to deracinate and assassinate this debate, and pay homage to the very first white rapper.
Hey, very first rapper, Grandmaster Shake and Shake. Come on, Grandmaster Shake and Shake. Thank y'all so much. Again, we are I.N.K. We're poets. we showed you the poetry. We also do some hip hop that goes a little something like this. Mighty Morphin Power Player, bricklayer, payment made a wager on the heavyweight to play a hater. Maybe made a chance that I could dance in my pink pleated pants in the street with my purple paint and boomers on my feet. Slot bucket filled with gravy and eggs. Raw rectangle with the craziest legs. He's at the Cookie Mountain, found him shaving his head. But you don't really wanna know the things that he said. He said it was certified nastiness. Understand the over-under pacifist to end up with the horses. Said that's best between your mattress and my fatness is a carnival cruise. Capsizing in the Caspian, barnacle bruise. I tried to ride and conquer, but I'd rather drive and bonkers on my pomegranate bomber jacket, jumping Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm living long and prosper, screaming death before the sauna at a Frank Sinatra concert while I turn into this monster.
Woo! Give it up for Lane Schuler.
Oh, and give it up for the man on the beatbox, Courageous. And together we are I.N.K. We are poets,
MCs,
hosts,
writers,
entertainers,
educators,
and so much more.
And we appreciate y'all being here with us tonight. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us.
With us.
Eating dinner.
Yeah, how's the food? Make some noise for the food.
How's the food? Make some noise for the food. Was it good?
All right.
Make some noise for the, also in the mood of appreciation.
Yes,
Thank the people that brought it to you. Thank the people that got your table set up, the wait staff. And make sure, give me a round of applause. Make sure you also tell them to thank the chefs, the people who prepared the food for you.
Because
it's a lot of work.
Special, right?
It's very special too. It's a lot of work.
A lot of work, very hard,
to do.
but it's very special. You know, getting all your ingredients together, you know, hitting your salt and your seasonings and all that.
A little garlic.
You know, hitting it with a little bit of this.
A little bit of that.
And a
whole lot of butter.
These are the words I remember from my mother. She taught me how to cook when I was this tall, and those words stuck in this brain until this day when I picked up this phone to make this call to say,
hey, let me cook for you. Have a seat at my table. I'm here to serve you. Allow me the opportunity to pour you a glass of your new favorite wine while I finish preparing the ingredients I selected to nourish you. See, this isn't just food. This is the moment. I culinarily excite each and every one of your senses at precisely the same time, well before we get to dessert.
Let me cook for you, because a wise woman once said that cooking is a whole lot like love. It should be entered with reckless abandon or not at all. So with a little bit of this,
a little bit of that, and a whole lot of butter. I made you that one thing. And you had at that restaurant that we went to that one time. You just kept telling me how much it felt, how good it felt for us to be together. But then you got all mad at me because I wasn't listening. And I was like, yo, I was.
You were?
Yeah. See, I took out that sage you said you hated.
Added a little bit of spice like you do to my life.
And I took out all of the garlic for us for later. I catered to the tip of your taste buds, but I was hoping this meal could be more than that.
Right, because a good meal, like
good love, never fully satiates.
It is good to the last bite, and even the last bite leaves you wanting more from the appetizer.
Our eyes meeting across a crowded room.
To the entree.
Our very first real date.
To the side dishes.
Those late night phone calls that last until sunrise.
To the icy cold beverage.
The very first time you fart in front of me.
The dessert.
We all know what dessert is, right?
Our wedding night. Generations of our family gathering together to witness
holy matrimony, knowing that neither of us again will ever have to be lonely.
And I fixate my gaze on you, walking down the aisle, much like I will spot the waiter across the room carrying our food. And I know it's our tray from 100 yards away, and I will track that steak like I'm the NSA because I'm fat like that.
But with this meal, I prepared the ingredients with the best nutrients to add to the span of your lifetime, our lifetime, to set the table for more days we're able to spend together, nourishing each other.
You cook the dinner?
I'll do the dishes.
I cook the dinner.
You do the dishes.
You bring home the bacon.
I'll watch the kids.
You walk the dog.
So I can go hang with my friends.
I live to love you. You love the way that I live.
You're sweet and I'm spicy, just like the perfect dish, just like the perfect night, and that's just what this is. And as I cook, I pray to God you don't forget this.
And I can cook you dinner, and you can cook me breakfast, but that is just the first of many meals.
Many courses.
Many trials.
And even more errors.
Like when my parents first got married.
I bet your mom did like mine. She tried to make biscuits, right?
Yeah, he knows the story. But she mixed up all the ingredients, so instead they got pie crust and gravy. But now my mama's biscuits are the best on the block, and that is love. Spending years using hands to press,
fold, and
caress
caress
to turn Pie crust from dry, flat lust into big, buttery biscuits. And love ain't easy,
It
y'all.
isn't supposed to be.
Look, I could have gotten you something off the dollar
I
meter.
could have taken you somewhere really nice.
And he always carries the tray.
Yes.
And I could have even gotten you a foot-long sandwich for $5. But we are here in comfortable company, napkin on my lap, love on your plate.
You on my mind, now let us say grace. Thank you, God, for our food. Let it provide nourishment to our bodies
Let it impress her ever so slightly.
And if it's your will, let this be my child's mother.
And she can teach him how to cook and how to find a lover with a little bit of this
A little bit of that
and a whole lot of butter. Thank y'all so
Yo,
much.
I.N.K, thank you so much for hanging out with us this
It's an
evening.
absolute pleasure.
We are Just Wiggin' Entertainment. We're at booth 45. When I say 4, you say 5. 4. 4. When I say 4, you say 5. 4. 4.
Hey, we're gonna get a picture of y'all, so go crazy just for a second. Smiling faces. Ah! Thank y'all so much.
Thank y'all so much for having us. We are I.N.K.
Keep it over, I.N.K. Let them hear it. Come on, let them hear it. Awesome. Great showcase. Great. Let them hear it. Come on, they're not even on stage yet. Clap, clap, clap. Come on. Yeah. That is what I am talking about.